All right. I was concerned about this header. I added the number. Our header is, how big is that? Let's tighten it up at 100. That's decent. That's decent. That's decent. And let's add a little flavor. A little shadow. I'm thinking a little shadow would be nice. Not quite. Not quite. Let's start there. Let's move to another page. We don't have any other pages because this is a single page. All right, let's publish that. Let's look at that. It's not meant to be. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, so let's fix that. Number one, there's a lot of things. Let's just first of all let's clear it. We don't want anything on it. Well, that's not true. I do want something. I'd like it to be that. I just don't want it that way, right? I want it to be full. Yeah, none of that appeals to me. When it's only giving the design to the middle. I don't like that. Let's see what that looks like. I'm trying to do is give it a little bit of. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. All right, so let's just abandon that. Fuck that shit. We're gonna make it none. Leave it. Again, I am given this more than I probably need to. All right. The footer's sitting still. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm going to need that background to stay there. So let's talk about that. Let's look at that. Let's figure that out. Our header is controlled here, I believe, right? It freezes. It freezes, and that's fine. We just need the background to change. It has none. I don't like that. Right? I don't like that. All right. All right. Our background is what it is. It doesn't. That doesn't help me. It doesn't help me. It doesn't help me at all. Let's say scroll with sight. Let's not even overthink it. Publish that shit and go. It's not a requirement. Nobody asked for it. I'd like it to drop down and be sticky. But let's not waste time on that. Our navigation needs to be tightened up. We need to come from this direction. We need to come from right to left. Yeah, no, not like that. Like this. Yeah, it's still not tightened up. It's got some. There we go. Honestly, that vertical spacing is tightened up as well. Mad at that. We publish that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's decent. That's decent. And that's all we really need. We just need a decent start. If I was being fancy, I'd make the the billboard and the header kind of one, but then you get into problems with transparencies, overlays, colors, etc. And there's nothing wrong with that. This is time sensitive. So unless you got a template, unless you want to do it yourself, that's just not required. Our billboard is okay. It could use a call to action. And I know that she's just getting started. So I'm going to make it right. I'm going to say something like, I know that this is right. Let's see. I want to incorporate that somehow, but this is where the client can fill this in. You know, they need something to look at. Kind of just freestyling that. Right? And really my point of this, we're going to AI this text later, but I want to put a form. I want to put a call to action in here. And instead of making it a form, I'm going to give it a button. That's going to say something like, something like that, and it's going to link to current page. So it's going to anchor to the newsletter, which is really the contact us. That's fine. I like the button to be bigger. 45 is good. I like the text to be bigger. Yeah, I don't like that. I want it to be something like that. I'd argue that that could be Poppins. That's not bad. That's not bad. Hover, I don't like the hover. Not at all. Let's start with the background. I can deal with that. I can deal with that. And I'm thinking maybe like a 2 on this. No. 0 on that. I'm sorry. The corners. I'm thinking this is going to be a 2. Nice, subtle roundness. Right. Just a slight curve on it. Right. And let's publish that and close out. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Request a quote is going to take us down as expected. That's what we want. That's what we want. Good. Next, we're going to tighten this up. And tighten up these rest of these sections and close this shit out. We'll test it in mobile and then we'll deal with it there, but we're getting close.